We didn't get no Charlotte Tilbury gratis. Over influenced and overhyped. Well, get ready with me. It's so expensive. So nervous. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Katrisha Rose. Today we are going to do a beauty video, and it's going to be a full face of Charlotte Tilbury makeup. I know I'm super late to the first impressions, is it worth the hype, that type of thing, but I genuinely have not gotten my hands on the majority of her products. I've only tried a few because I've been a long time skeptic of her products. Just being honest, that's where I come from. So I'm eager to see and try out the complexion icons and just do a full face of her products and see what I think. We're going to start with the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. Actually don't know exactly how much this is going for. Everybody keeps saying $100. I don't know if it's exactly $100 or if we're rounding up, so let's just check the facts. So I was a skeptic of Charlotte Tilbury because when I first found out about this brand, I started working at Sephora. I actually opened up a store, the first one in my town, which was exciting. We literally built that store. We put up every brand bay, we stocked everything, we had cuts and bruises, and we put our blood, sweat, and tears and did the actual physical work of putting that store together. And I remember really being kind of taken back and confused why this Charlotte Tilbury brand, which I hadn't really heard about, was the first bay. Right when you walk in the doors, that was the brand Sephora obviously wanted you to see first. It was front and center. Dang, y'all, that's crazy. That really is $100. Wow. For 100 ml. I think it's a pretty standard moisturizer size. But yeah, I remember the brand was front and center, and I was like, who is this? Why? So I was kind of intrigued by that, and maybe a little bit put off because I hadn't heard of it. So I was like, why are they pushing this brand? I made the mistake of not making sure my hands are super moisturized. Maybe this will be a better demonstration. But this is a really nice, it's such a nice creamy whipped texture. It definitely is a luxurious texture. Many of the skincare specialists you'll see online, dermatologist influencers, they have smoke for this product. They have a lot of critique for this product. The majority opinion that I typically see is that it's over influenced and overhyped and it's not worth the money. I think that just comes from the annoyance of the price point for it to be a moisturizer that's very basic. It's mainly shea butter and a few other things, good things, but it's not gonna specifically treat your skin for anything. But it is gonna give you a super beautiful, silky, hydrated base for makeup or just for daily moisturizer. I'm not a gung-ho hater of it I see a lot of online. The story behind Magic Cream that I learned while working at Sephora was this was something that Charlotte had kind of whipped up on her own. If you don't know, Charlotte Tilbury is a longtime makeup artist. Magic Cream was kind of her own little concoction that she would bring when she was working, and she would use it as the base for her clients. And apparently all her clients loved it so much, and it was just kind of her signature thing for great makeup, a great first step. So I don't think that the brand was going for this out of this world moisturizer or trying to compete with those super effective treatment style moisturizers. I think that because of the backstory of the Magic Cream, this is more of a sentimental product that Charlotte had to include because it's one of the first things she made herself, and it's a personal part of her technique. All of this is PR. Still gonna give you an honest opinion. Without a sale and without discounts, I personally wouldn't be able to purchase this again for $100. That is so expensive. Now for foundation, Charlotte Tilbury has two foundations. She has the Airbrush Flawless Foundation. This is more a satin finish, I believe, more matte, long wear. Then we have the Charlotte's Beautiful Skin. This was kind of her clean girl foundation. This is more of a medium coverage, dewy finish. And I believe it has hyaluronic acid and maybe a few other skincare ingredients in it. I ran a poll on my Instagram and asked which one you guys would like me to use in a full face of Charlotte video, and it was Airbrush Flawless. Airbrush Flawless is $49. Actually, It says it has a natural matte finish. I guessed all my shades online, so we're gonna see if this is a match. I have shade 6. I'm a little nervous. Just watched a Charlotte Tilbury review video by a Caucasian person, and she had shade 7. So I'm like, how do I have shade 6? We'll have to see how this goes. I think I prepped my skin as best I can. If anything is gonna work against me today or skew my results, it's my dirty makeup brushes. I'm gonna try to avoid the worst ones if I can. First, let's kind of just do a stripe and check our match. It looks a little light. Okay. I don't feel like it's so far off that I can't make it work, but I think it is a little light and a little warm. Let's see here. Kind of already started applying it with my fingers. Okay. That's a fragrance. She's fragranced. If that bothers you, it doesn't bother me. You know what? It doesn't look so bad upon applying. I don't know how it's looking on the camera. How cute is this mirror? It goes with our vibe. Yeah, it is looking a little yellow. Okay, stick with me. We're gonna see how this goes. I actually have the Hollywood Flawless filter. You wouldn't believe it, this is the first time. I've never used this. Okay, this reminds me why I was so skeptical of the brand. All right, so I didn't know nothing about it. I'm like, who's the Charlotte Tilbury? Why is it the first bae? And then I was like, why are all these teenagers coming in talking about TikTok, selling it out? From the employee standpoint, just like, what is this? And like a lot of kind of annoying little things about it, dealing with it. There was a lot of theft around it. There was a lot of like it selling out instantly and people being mad and calling and just like, and this is before I was on TikTok too. So I really didn't know what they were talking about. And so I just didn't have like the greatest taste in my mouth. And then we get to the prices and I'm like, look, Charlotte Tilbury, I don't know you from nowhere. I don't know why you're charging like these prices. I don't know if your stuff is worth it. I don't know if I want to be part of your super young, I saw it on TikTok demographic. Like I was just very skeptical. You guys, I'm not even gonna lie, like I don't hate this. Obviously, I just applied the foundation to the side. I want to try this Flawless filter as well, and what I've been seeing everybody do is using it underneath their foundation. So I'm gonna use it on this side so that we have kind of a comparison and see if it makes a difference. This was another thing that was constantly flying off the shelves. That was the other thing that annoyed me about it. When you work at Sephora, you get gratis, which is essentially like you get free product just so you can actually speak to the way a product is and your experience with it, what it does. Charlotte Tilbury, I don't know what we didn't get no Charlotte Tilbury gratis. So the only way we were gonna try these products is if we purchased them with our own money. And I was like, what the heck? That turned me off of it too. I just remember that. This is what I've been seeing everybody do. I'm not coming from any technique. I just literally have been seeing people get ready with me. I've seen a lot of people say that they just use this on its own without foundation. It's supposed to be a super versatile product. I know like e.l.f. came for it and made a dupe. I don't dislike it. I really don't. I like it actually. We'll see what it does. So now we're gonna put our foundation on top. The consistency of the foundation, it reminds me of nothing, actually. It's kind of thicker than my other foundations. Not in a heavy way, in like a whipped way. The texture is still very soft. Going right under my nose, I can really pick up that fragrance. I think it smells good. I'm just gonna gently tap my brush and do very lightly on my forehead. I don't like a lot of foundation on my forehead. Yeah, no, I don't dislike it. I like this side better that doesn't have the flawless finish under it. This side just seems a little heavier. Okay, I also have the Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer. This concealer goes with this foundation. So it might be a little bit lighter coverage. It might be more of like a dewier finish. We'll have to see. I forgot to mention, but as you can see, my eyes are not going to be Charlotte Tilbury today. I did my little DIY lash extensions. I can go ahead and upload that video before I upload this one so that I can pop it up somewhere. And then I also did my brows off camera, obviously. All right, and then in the concealer, I have shade 5. Medium, and I did try to pick a brightening shade. Okay, it's got a nice little applicator. Okay, and immediately I do like this shade for me. It feels really good. It's giving that same type of whipped feeling almost as the foundation. Brushes I've used so far are from BK Beauty. This is 109. This is that concealer brush that's all over TikTok. A506, Angie Hot and Flashy. I think it was a collab. Very good. Because you can just press in your concealer as if it were a sponge. Hopefully you can't see my nails up close. I tried to do my own French tip. They look crazy. I'm liking it. It was very creamy. I liked the coverage level. I loved the shade I picked for myself. You know what this face is missing? Some color. The Superstar Glow Kit. So I have these minis in here. Oh, is it highlighter and a blush? I thought I had the contour. I do have the contour wand. I know it's expired. It's almost 2 years old. It's from when I worked at Sephora. This is a highlighter, so I can't use that as my contour. I'm gonna use expired makeup for you today. Okay, literally dusty. I was so frustrated with the packaging for this because it's so messy that I just stopped using it. Honestly, I think that if that one thing was tweaked, I actually did like this product. I did come around to the hype about it. So if it's not completely destroyed by time, maybe I can show you why. But this is how dirty, nasty. You can like twist to turn the sponge on or off as far as like product that's coming through the sponge. I obviously couldn't get that right. I couldn't get that right. The inside of my, you didn't even want to see that. Yeah, it still works. It's okay. I don't really smell anything, so. Let me show you why I actually do like this product. And it's like, until you have to actually deal with putting the lid on and off, I don't even necessarily hate like the process of putting it on, because how easy is this? We're just walking around the face. We'll fix all the lopsidedness. Okay. I do have my Airbrush Flawless Finish Setting Spray. This was the first product that really started to turn me around, and I was like, okay, I love this setting spray. It works really well. Let me see what else they're talking about. Got my blending brush ready to go, which is going to be a Sephora 93. All right. I like this because the consistency is very thin. Because of that, it's very easy to blend out. It doesn't really get stuck anywhere unless it's dried down too much. You're not really likely to see like streaks or really like muddiness with this product as long as you place it strategically, you blend it while it's moist, like you're good. It's really beautiful. I better not start using this expired product. I would have to buy another one. I'm talking to myself right now. I love blending out my nose contour with my Fenty brush. 210 blending. I definitely feel like I need powder, but that's pretty normal for me. The Magic Cream, after all my regular skincare, I definitely was in glazed donut mode when I started this look, so I'm not too surprised. This is pretty normal for me to be looking like this before powder. I'm not mad at it. Like hug, little C shape, kind of like hug and bring that, pop that cheekbone out. Okay, so we're gonna use Pinkgasm, brand new one, pristine white sponge. Here it goes. And this is a radiant, like really pretty pink. Now I'm just using my Say Beauty brush. So as you can see, it's like a highlighting blush. It's very pretty. But I will say, so far everything is really kind of just melted into the skin. It does look pretty. I already knew this was really good. I've already been impressed by it. So as far as the wands, there's other contouring products that I like. I love the consistency of this. Again, the packaging just takes it down so many notches for me. That's really all that's counting against it. Otherwise, I'm trying not to shake the table, literally shake the table. And I feel like they've gotten a lot of that feedback, so hopefully at some point we'll see them tweak it. The blush Yeah, girl, go ahead and get you one of these blushes and see what you think. They're gorgeous. They're so gorgeous. Price point is subjective. I think that these are around 30 to 40 bucks. If that's doable for you, I say do it. I do not have the Charlotte Tilbury powder. I'm sorry. I am gonna have to just use a powder that I already have. This is where we side skirt the full face of Charlotte Tilbury just for a moment. I'm gonna use my Say Air Set. This is a gorgeous powder if you wanna leave some radiance and glow to your skin, but kind of like blur it out. And I'm also gonna use the One Size Ultra Pink kind of under the eye area. Everywhere else, but like the under eye. Ultra Pink. Oh my god, I've had my like foundation on my lips this whole time. Powder bronzer. This product I have high hopes for. I've seen a lot of people really like it. I have shade 2. It's huge. Comes in a big ol' compact. Has a nice big mirror. I imagine this is like really good for traveling. I use a Makeup by Mario brush, F2. Gonna set our cream contour with this. I wonder, do you guys think the shade I got maybe is too light for me? It's just working like very subtly, which I'm not mad at because I don't do like a harsh bronze ever. Okay, definitely see that it did set the contour. I don't see any more shine where that stuff was, and it looks warmer. It doesn't look muddy, it doesn't look streaky, it didn't catch on any patches, so I mean, so far so good. So this is the Beauty Light Wand highlighter. I've never used this. This is the shade Spotlight. Let's see. I literally don't know what this looks like. Oh yeah, it's a champagne-y color. Oh, it's very pretty. Okay, and look how pretty that is. Just gonna tap that on. Oh, that might have been a mistake. I should have moistened my skin. Oh no! Is it picking up makeup? Hold on, let's see if we can fix this. All right, don't put that on fresh powder. Hold on. We can save it. We can save it. Now I'm getting nervous. Do I use a different brush? I don't know. I'm in it now. I'm panicking. Okay, everything's fine. So that really sheared out. Yeah. While we're here, let's just add more blush. I need my blush just a little more punchy. Most all my blushes disappear after powder. That's better. There she is. There she is. She's back. This is how the complexion is looking. Yeah. All right, so now we are at the lip, and for lip I have an iconic mini lip trio kit with the lipsticks, the Matte Revolution lipsticks. Then we have the collagen we have the collagen lip bath icons. Walk of No Shame, Supermodel. I really like that one. Then lastly, Pillow Talks. This is, oh yeah, this is her kind of like signature pink shade. I want to use Pillow Talk. Don't have Charlotte Tilbury lip liner, so let me grab one. I do. I'm just kidding. I do have a Charlotte Tilbury lip liner, and it's in Pillow Talk. I got this in an Allure beauty box when I was subscribed to that, and I remember I felt like it was too light for me, and I didn't really use it. So let's give it a second chance. I remember thinking like, I feel like she has like a variety of Pillow Talk shades. Yeah, I think that they have like different tiers of it for like different complexions, and I think the standard Pillow Talk is like the start, like the fairest. So if it is too light, I mean, we can take it off. I mean, it's showing up. I think we'll just stick with it. I love when lipsticks smell good. This smells like vanilla, like cake icing. That is a pretty pink. So far, this is how the face is looking. You guys, I feel really pretty. I gotta say, I'm seeing more skin texture on this side that I didn't use the flawless filter on. And this side also looks more radiant, which is confusing me because shouldn't that be the side that the flawless filter is on? So I'm trying to still figure out what the difference is. But I love the finish of this side. She's my favorite. She's not just my favorite side of my face, but like makeup wise, it's my favorite side today. Let's go ahead and finish the lip with one of these collagen lip baths and go to our final thoughts. If you're curious about Charlotte Tilbury, you want to get into the brand and start using it, I would recommend just starting with some minis. I think she makes most everything, especially her really popular products in minis. Let's be real, like when do you finish anything makeup wise? So maybe that's a way to get into it without spending too much. I don't caution you against getting into it. I'm more like team try it out. I'm turning the corner on the brand I've been for a long time, but I like this face. And the freaking wand is shaped like a heart. I don't know if you can see that. I'm already starting to feel the little, it might be using that mintiness. Yeah, it might be using that mintiness for the plumping effect. I do feel like my lips are looking juicy and kind of like filling out a little bit. Like I'm seeing like less lines. I think they're actually kind of starting to plump out a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and give you a zoom so you can get all up in my business and decide what you think. Leave me a comment, tell me your thoughts. As you can see, we're getting like a gorgeous radiance. I like that. I used products that specifically were supposed to do that. I'm liking it, you guys. Thoughts. Like anything else, I feel like at times certain products may have been overhyped, perhaps. The wand, I'm sorry. The wand, again, just the packaging. Not enough people were talking about the issues with the packaging for me. I mean, it was a big enough issue for me to just like stop using it, despite it being a really good formula and a really good product. And I realized that even using a really old one. The foundation, it's a going out foundation. It's a we're wearing makeup foundation, which is how it's kind of described. I don't think it's gonna be for everyone, especially in the midst of the kind of clean girl makeup era. I don't dislike it. I'm curious about it and I'm liking it and I want to play with it more. It's looking really nice on camera. So if you're gonna be going out and you're gonna be taking photos or like videos, I would say that this is a good foundation for that. The concealer, I liked her. She wasn't as full coverage as I'm used to, but she was a beautiful like skin light concealer. Liked her. Still need to play around with this because again, the way I used it, I wasn't seeing the most obvious difference, but when it was just on my skin, it did look pretty. I would definitely use it in conjunction with other complexion products, not just completely by itself. Me personally would definitely at least use concealer with it. Setting spray is bomb. Go ahead and get one of these for sure. Lipsticks are great. If you're into that like signature Peloton shade, I think that that's what Charlotte really has going for herself, is she's kind of like, she has these like signature products. She has these products that are, somewhat, unique to her brand and her story. I think that that's part of the brand's like what makes it what it is, what makes it special to who it resonates with. I guess you can kind of, I don't know if you sense where I'm sitting with everything, but it's like, they're good products. They're nice products. I think it really is up to the individual if it's going to be worth each and every price point that it sits at. I come from a place now where I have a lot of luxury skincare, luxury beauty. If I like it, I like it. Because of how slowly you actually work through products when you're using them, for instance, like a luxury moisturizer or a luxury serum or a luxury foundation, like they typically last you a really long time. So I can almost always justify it. You're not gonna see me like coming with my pitchforks for like luxury brands. I think the internet is capable of ruining and overhyping anything, regardless of how good it is or how bad it is. These products are not bad. I can tell you that for sure. Sorry, you definitely hear my son. I just checked the video. He's not in here, but he's playing He's enjoying himself. I'm gonna go ahead and give Charlotte Tilbury, the brand, a stamp of approval from me with my little notes and my little caveats. Really do love how the face came out. I think it's beautiful, especially after checking back how the film came out so far from filming. I'm like, wow, like that looks really good on camera. So, you know, if you want to have like a little glam moment, if I want to have a little glam moment, I can definitely see myself reaching for these products again. And within everything used, I have some kind of obvious favorites. But yeah, like anything else, it's nuanced. And a very, very special thank you, darling, to Charlotte Tilbury for sending me all of these goodies, for giving me a chance to get over my skepticism